Hello, everybody. Welcome to Townsend 505, or welcome back if you're a lovely, lovely viewer. Today, me and Adam from What the Jim, or today, What the Jimi Hendrix, we're going to be
That's right.
reviewing. We're going to be reviewing an amazing album. This is their studio album, and no need for introductions. This is Electric Ladyland album released in 1968. This is funny. This is in my top 100 albums, and I purposely saved all my thoughts and opinions on that album just for us to review it.
hmm
And I have a whole lot to say about it, even though it's low on my top 100. I still have a lot to say about this album. You have anything to say or add before we begin, though, Adam?
just thank you for having me on your channel.
Oh
It's the
yeah,
first time I've ever been on your
please.
channel.
Sorry, Vita, for being a bad hostess. This is the first time Adam's ever been on my channel,
Yeah,
and first ever time, and it's a pleasure to having him on.
yeah. I'm looking forward to do this one. It's one of the classic double albums.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
First track on the album is it's an interesting track. It's like a short
it's
little
pretty interesting.
it's sound effect. It's called "And the Gods Made Love."
Yeah, I think it's just okay. It's got a very spacey vibe to it. I think it's a very interesting way to start the album. But yeah, it's a very short. It's a very short piece of music, and yeah, I don't find it that memorable. But I still think it's an alright way of beginning this album.
It's unmemorable, but like when you listen to it, it's memorable in like a sort of like it. This is not the best, but it's like maybe at the time this was cool because like this is like back when like people were like experimenting with drugs and all that. So maybe when this thing came out, it was cool, but this track hasn't aged that well.
No.
Next track on the album is a real track on the album, and that's going to be "Have You Ever Been to Electric Ladyland?"
So I guess it's a title track. I guess you might say.
Yeah, it is kind of.
But to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this one either. But I definitely prefer it to the first track though. I think it's got really good. It's got good instrumentation throughout the song, and yeah, I think Jimmy does a decent job vocally as well.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I think it's all right.
I think this is a good song. Again, I agree with you. This isn't like top shelf Hendrix material. It's sort of towards the bottom of my list, but it's pretty good though. I'll never skip it. It's usually when I listen to this record, I always just put the needle on this track, and it's good. I like it. Next song on the album, though, we're starting to get to some classic territory, though.
Yeah, we are.
Cross Town Traffic.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs on the album. It's good. I really enjoyed the whole vibe and energy about the song, and the chorus is easily the standout. It's a really catchy chorus. Yeah, I think it's got fantastic instrumentation. It's not a lot going on instrumentally, but yeah, I still think it's a fantastic song.
I agree. This is an excellent song on the album. Uh, I love the chorus. It's so catchy.
hmm
I really the guitar work is so good. I mean, to be honest, if we had to talk about the guitar playing on this album, we would be talking about it for basically each track. So I only really talk about the guitar playing for like really memorable moments, and this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
This and the biggest song on the album, which we'll get into that song, but yeah, it's just great guitar playing as usual, basically. Last track on the first side of the record is Voodoo Lounge.
Yeah, it's one of the longest songs on the album. It's a very epic song filled with just fantastic instrumentation. I think Jimi Hendrix has some of his best guitar work on this one. But unfortunately, I don't think the song's perfect because I feel like it's too long. It almost feels like a jam session, and I'm not a fan of those type of songs. But yeah, I still think it's an excellent song though. I just wish it was a little shorter.
I actually agree with you in some of that aspect. By the way, it's Voodoo Child, not Voodoo Lounge. I don't know why I said Voodoo Lounge. That's the name of a Rolling Stone album. Yeah, I know it's pretty funny, but yeah, but yeah, most of it I really like because I love jammy blues songs. But the biggest thing I don't like is the last minute. There's like this spoken word. There's
Hmm.
like people
Yeah.
speaking and all that. I'm just like, yeah, that ruins the flow for me. Like, I don't know why that has to exist. It's just filler. But yeah, it's yeah. I'm not a fan of that. It's definitely towards the bottom of the list just for that part of the song. Next song on the album, though, "Little Miss Strange."
Yeah, and in fact, it wasn't Jimi Hendrix who did vocals on this one. It was Noel Redding. I think the Judy vocal Noel Redding did on this album, but it's not one of my favorite songs on the album. But I still think it's pretty great. Though I wouldn't personally skip it. I wouldn't skip any of these songs if I was listening to the album again. But yeah, but I think the guitar playing is easily the highlight of this track.
I agree with you. Well, about that aspect of it, with the guitar part, I think this is one of my favorite songs on the album. Yeah, I really like this song. It's one of those songs that gets stuck in my head as soon as I hear it. Little Miss Strange, Little Miss Strange.
Hmm.
I love his song from the last album too. The one from I think it's "She's So Fine." I
Yeah,
think that's the name of the song. That's
it's, it's
another.
one it's one of my favorites on that album.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites on that album too. But yeah, I really enjoyed this track though. I love it. Next song on the album, "Long Hot Summer Night."
I think this is one of the hidden gems on the album. I don't think it gets spoken about enough. I thought it was a fantastic song. Yeah, but it's got fantastic instrumentation, but I've not really spoken about the drumming on the album. The album's got fantastic drumming all around. Yeah, this is definitely one I need to revisit more often. Yeah, I think it's one of the better songs on the album.
I agree with you. This is definitely one of the better songs on the album. It actually just barely missed my top five. Really good though. I agree. There's so many hidden gems on this album. A lot of albums are really a lot of double albums are like that. I noticed is that like
Mhm.
not a lot of hit songs on it and a lot of hidden gems on it. Like for example, well, I know you're not going to agree with me on this one, but I think there's a lot of hidden gems on XL on Main Street, which is another double album. I think there's a lot of
Mhm.
hidden gems on Quadrophenia by the Who, and
Yeah.
there's like only one hit song on Quadrophenia, so it's, I tend to notice with double albums, it's like a trend. There's like one or two hit singles, and that's about it. So
Hmm. Yeah, I've realised that as well.
I don't know. I don't know why they do that.
Don't know.
I mean, I like finding hidden gems, but I'm surprised for
Hmm.
their aspect for their sake. Next song on the album, "Come On."
Yeah, come on, let the good times roll. Yeah, I think this is a great cover of the song originally by I think with Lewis Jordan. I've not heard the original version of this song, but yeah, I think Jimmy does a really great job. Um, it's not a very traditional cover of the song. He kind of makes it his own song, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's just a really, really enjoyable song from start to finish. I think.
I agree with you. This is a really good song, and this is actually one of my favorites from this album. When I it really does make it his own. He's really good at covering songs. I notice.
Hmm.
That's another thing I tend to notice about Hendrix is that he covers a lot of great songs, and for the most part, he always turns a song into his own. Next song on the album, the Burning. No, the Gypsy Eyes. That's what I meant.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a great song, but it's not one I've got that much to really say about. It's got everything you want from a Jimi Hendrix song, but yeah, it's probably one of the middle of the road tracks for me.
I agree. It's in the top range of my list, but yeah, I like it. It's a really good song. but yeah, I don't have. It's not like memorable. Next song on the album, the real title, "Burning of the Midnight Lamp."
Another one of my favorites on the album. I especially love the intro to the song. I think it's very unique sounding song as well. It was definitely ahead of its time when it came out. I also really like the backing vocals in the track, and I'm not sure if this was ever a hit for Jimi Hendrix, but I think it should have been. I think it's brilliant.
I agree that this is another really underrated song on the album. Even though it's sort of in the middle of the road, like it's in the middle of my ranking, this is still a really good song, and I agree. This is very underrated.
Hmm.
As to a lot of these songs on this album, very underrated
Yeah,
songs. Uh, Next song on the album, which opens up the second disc of the record, "Rainy Day, Dream Away."
yeah, I think it's a pretty great one. It's even got a saxophone on this song as well. I also think the guitar in the song, it almost sounds like it's someone singing with the way the guitar's done. It sounds like vocals.
Hmm.
And when the lyrics are in the song, Jimmy's not really singing them. He's sort of saying the lyrics, but I think it really suits this song. Yeah, I think it's a pretty enjoyable one.
Yeah, I really like the song. I agree with you. Opens up the second disc really well, much
Yeah.
better than the first disc
Hmm.
with "And Gods Made Love." But yeah, really good song.
Yeah.
Uh, Next track, I'm just gonna say the year. It says 1983. That's the next
Yeah.
track.
Yeah, I think it's a very good song, but again, just like Voodoo Child, I think it's too long, in my opinion, and I think it's an even I think of it as a bigger problem with this song, unfortunately. I also think there's just too much instrumentation, and I think the song can get quite repetitive as well, and I don't think that there's enough vocals on this song either to make it one I absolutely love, but I still like the song. But
I
I
think
also
it's,
like that. I also like that 1 minute it can be quite quiet and quite loud in the song as well. Like I like it's quite a varied song. But just I do think it can get quite repetitive at times. So
I think it's all right. I do think it's towards the bottom of of my list as well. It's an okay song, but yeah, it's all right.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's not like I don't like it. It's just a song that I don't really go back to that much.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Next song on the album, "Moon Turn the Tides Gently." Some of these names, gently away.
I think I could be wrong. But this might be the shortest song on the album. I think it's not really got a lot going on. It's only really got one sound throughout the whole song. It makes me think of tornadoes or twisters.
Hmm.
I don't know why this song was personally included on the album.
Yeah, this is another sort of fillery track on the album.
Hmm.
It's not as bad as the actually. Let me see how long the first track is. Yeah, the first track is just slightly longer, so I'd say I'd like this one better. I mean, because it's 20 seconds less. But it's good, but it's like you said, it's more or less filler.
Yeah,
Next song on the album, "Still Raining, Still Dreaming."
yeah. I think that this is another great one. It's got a very funky vibe to it as well. But I think unfortunately you can't really hear the vocals the best in the song. I think the instrumentation is probably a bit too overpowering.
I agree with
But
you
yeah,
on that.
I still really like this one.
It's a good track, but yeah, those problems could be souring compared. But yeah, I agree with you on that. It's good, but yeah, that could be a killer for the album.
I also think this is Jimi Hendrix's it's his most varied album. It's got quite a lot of different genres in this one.
Yeah, it's funny because this album was gonna be this album was supposed to be like a transitional album because they were gonna do a lot more things. Like they were planning on doing a Miles Davis collaboration album. This was supposed to be like, hey, this is like the seed work as to what's gonna come. There's gonna be a lot more to this. Then he died, so this was
Mhm.
just their swan song album.
Yeah.
So, oh man, if he was able, if he would have been able to actually made a cohesive album with all this stuff, like after this album, imagine how great that would have been.
Yeah. Imagine.
But sometimes it's like better not to think about it because
Hmm.
sometimes it just makes you more upset.
Yeah.
Next song on the album, House Burning Down.
I think this is a really great one. It's got a very catchy guitar part, especially in the chorus. I think that's when it gets really it gets stuck in my head in that part. And speaking of the chorus, that's probably my favorite part of the song. I think the verses could have been a little bit better, but I do think this is also quite ahead of its time with the instrumentation as well.
Yeah, this is a pretty good song before, of course, the two biggest hits on the album. It's funny thinking that the two biggest hits are at the basically at the end of the album.
Yeah.
Crush Traffic's was a decent hit for him, but like in terms of like big hits, the only real big hits on this album are like the last two songs, which is interesting.
Hmm.
Speaking of that, the next song on the album, All Along the Watchtower.
I didn't even write any notes for this one. It's not only my favorite song on the album, but it's my favorite Jimi Hendrix song. In fact, it's in my top 100 songs of all time. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I love the lyrics because the fact that it was originally Bob Dylan's song. You've got fantastic lyrics, um, with the fantastic guitar playing as well. It's just a perfect song. I love every single thing about it. It's got some of my favorite guitar work I've ever heard. Yeah, I think it's a brilliant song.
I think this song's amazing. This is definitely one of the best songs on the album,
Yeah.
bar none. It's such a great song. Even though it's a little bit overplayed, it doesn't matter. It's still a great song. Definitely a
Hmm.
highlight on it.
Yeah.
Uh, last song on the album, Voodoo Child, Slight Return.
This is probably my second favorite song on the album. You've got back to back the best songs on the album, in my opinion. I also think this is one of the better album closers out there. I think the album ends, and it's definitely ends of the high. But I think it's blues rock at its finest. I think the songs are perfect length, and I think Jimmy does one of his better vocal performances here. I think it's just a brilliant way of concluding this really great album.
I agree with you. This is an amazing way to close out the album. I don't think it's as good as the closer to the Jimi Hendrix Experience, our experience with the our experience, but this is definitely a close second to that.
Yeah.
Uh, but I know you like to do song ranking at the end of your reviews. What will you be? What will be your ranking of the songs on here?
Well, I'll get to number 16. So my number 16 is Moon, Turn the Tides, gently away. My number 15 is And They Called to Me Love. 14, Have You Ever Been to Electric Ladyland? 13, 1983. 12, Go a Little Bit Strange. 11, Gypsy Eyes. 10, Rainy Day Dream Away. 9, Still Raining, Still Dreaming. 8, House Burning Down. 7, Come On. 6, Long Hot Summer Night. 5, Voodoo Child. 4, Crossed on Traffic. 3, Burning of the Midnight Lamp. 2, Voodoo Child, Slight Return. And my favourite is All Along the Watchtower.
That's good. That's a good ranking. My
Yeah.
number 16 is going to be "And the Gods Made Love." Number 15, the Moon song, the one that
Yeah.
we basically agree those are the bottom two songs. I don't blame you for saying that Moon blah 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 is below the "And the Gods Made Love," but yeah, I think they're both equally like filler. Number 14, Voodoo Child. Number 13, 1983. Number 12, Have You Ever Been to Electric Ladyland? Number 11, Rainy Day, the Rainy Day song, Rainy Day Dream Away. Number 10, The Burning of a Midnight Lamp. Number 9, Still Raining, Still Dreaming. Number 8, House Burning Down. Number 7, Voodoo Child's Late Return. Number 6, Gypsy Eye. Number 5, Long Hot Summer. Number 4, All Along the Watchtower. To be honest, the real winners of this album is the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, All Along the Watchtower. That song's epic. Number 3, Come On, Let the Good Times Roll. Number 2, Crosstown Traffic, and my favorite song on the album is Little Miss Strange. I really like that song. I know it's a little bit weird to have like that to have No Running song be the best song on the album, but I don't know. I just really like that song.
I think we had quite a few similarities. I think we both had the same number 8. I think with House Burning Down.
Oh yeah, we had some similarities, which is good. I like. It's cool to have some similarities, but what would you rate this album from a scale through 1 through 10?
Well, but before I do that, I might as well rank the sides from the album.
Oh, that's true.
So when number 4, I'll go with side 3. When number 3, I'll go with side 1. 2, I'll go with side. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with side 2. It's like a favorite on my favorites. Side 4. Yeah.
That's a good ranking.
This is personally my least favorite of the Jimi Hendrix Experience albums. I give the first album I Experience, I give that one probably a 9.5. I give Access Brothers Love probably a 9, and this one I give an 8.5. I still think it's a really great album.
Okay. I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10 because it's in my top 100 albums of all time.
Yeah.
This just barely edged into it because probably because of the top 5 songs on it. I felt like, well, I think my top 100's outdated now because I've been listening to some albums and I feel like the top 100 I have now is going to remain the same, but I don't know if this album would remain in my top 100. But the one that I have now, it's in there, and you could thank All Along the Watchtower for that, for it being there.
I've also got my top 5 Jimi Hendrix songs here. I might as well quickly go through them.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 5 is The Wind Cries Mary. 4 is Burning of the Midnight Lamp. 3 is Voodoo Child's Slight Return. 2 is Little Wing. And my favorite's All Along the Watchtower.
That's a good top 5. I need to think of my top 5. Speaking of that, not today. I'm not doing any more. I'm not doing any videos for a little bit until later today when I do video with Jacob. But I'm going to be doing a retrospective and I'm going to be doing a top 10 and an album ranking. So stay tuned for that. Speaking of which, on my channel, me and Adam are going to be doing top 5 albums by Elton John. Stay tuned for that because me, him, Jason, and Scott will be doing that from what I know from right now.
Yeah.
So that ought to be fun. Stay tuned for that. And Adam, thank you for joining me on my channel for today. Pleasure having you on.
It's been fun. I'll hopefully join on your channel again soon.
Yes. If there's a particular series you want to do with me, like go through an artist discography, just let me know, and I'll have no problem adding you onto a series.
Yeah, I'll have a think about that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Give you time on that. See you guys in the next video. So long.
Thank you. Bye.